Yo, what's up guys? So I literally just got back from Germany, which was like an amazing experience. For you guys who didn't see it on social media, I got invited to come out to Germany by the amp brand that I'm endorsed by and I'm a huge fan of, Hughes and Kettner amps. And they invited me out as well as a handful of other like really amazing YouTubers and stuff. And yeah, we got to play some amps and make some videos and stuff, so it was an amazing time. So yeah, so I just got back, and what I've been up to recently since getting back is rehearsing for my live show. So I'm performing my video game covers live for the very first time, like with an entire full band, and that is going to be, let's see, what date is it? August 8th, so 19, 14, in 6 days. So it's just insane. Like everything is just moving at 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it's just really positive and really cool. And once that live show's over, I'm gonna just hit it, dude. We're gonna make weekly videos, we're gonna do weekly streams, and I'm just gonna lock myself in here and just make so much music, man. I've been really missing just the grind, you know. I've been doing a lot of traveling, which is amazing, but yeah, we're gonna hit it super hard after this live show. So yeah, let's answer some questions. I did a FAQ questions video like a little while ago to celebrate me hitting 50,000 subscribers, and we got them right here, and we're gonna answer them. So let's just get right into it. So I'm gonna be doing these in order of the highest voted to you know, still really high voted, but you know, just going in order starting from the most votes. So the first question and the highest voted question comes from Matt Somo. And the question was, could you go through your practice routine? So, all right, I got my guitar here. You guys might be a little underwhelmed with my practice routine. It's really nothing that crazy. Usually what I'll do is, you know, I'll wake up, I'll have my coffee, and then I'll, you know, plug in my guitar, get ready to record. And I'll just start off with kind of like some bluesy, like dad rock kind of, you know, just to like get the hands going, you know? Some legato stuff, you know? Legato is when you're using your fretting hands, like, because you have hammer-ons and pull-offs a lot and not really picking a lot of stuff. It's just really good warm-up for the left hand. There, you know, of course, a couple sweeps in there. Yeah, I gotta do, as you can see, I need this warm up, you know, as much as I'm saying I like to do it, so. But okay, so that's kind of like my fretting hands, but you know, I like to get my picking hand going with like some riffs, obviously, like some rhythm guitar riffs. There's the obvious like Meshuggah, you know, bleed from Meshuggah. Just all day, dude, just non-stop, man. That gets the right hand going super good. Looks like some chuggy stuff, you know? You know, like just like Metallica stuff, like. Or like Disposable Heroes, right? Just, you know, all that stuff, man. Like, even like, not even as a warm-up, but just if you want to work on your right hand, like those riffs are just solid, man. So yeah, basically just like legato stuff for the left hand and then riffs for the right hand is usually what I do. But usually what I do is, you know, I go into the recording session knowing that, you know, I'm gonna have to get warmed up just for like that recording mindset. So I usually just dive into it, and you know, the best warm up is just actually recording and just diving into it, you know. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Let's see what else we got. So second most upvoted question comes from TB Rusky 61, and let me make sure this is actually recording. Now I'm all paranoid about technical difficulties, but I think we're good. Okay, cool. So yeah, TB Rusky says or asks, when I'm not making music, what does my typical day consist of? Okay, what does my typical day consist of? Well, I mean, I like to play video games, obviously, you know, like, so, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. Like, I'm a huge Blizzard fanboy, honestly. Like, I'm getting really back into World of Warcraft with the new, Battle for Azeroth coming out. If you guys are playing, the pre-patch for Battle of Azeroth, isn't that freaking insane, dude? But yeah, like, so, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch, I've been playing some World of Warcraft, I randomly just, like, started playing Pokemon Gold again for some reason. Like, I really want to play, second generation Pokemon again, because I only played through it, like, once, and I just really want to, like, know more about the game, so, yeah, that was, because I was on, like, a 12-hour plane ride to Germany, so I was like, let's play Pokemon, dude, let's go. But yeah, video games, I like to spend time with my girlfriend, obviously. My girlfriend, Spooky Sea Monster, is, you know, amazing. We've been together for, like, almost about 3 years now, and, like, you know, we live together, and it's just, you know, I like to spend a lot of time with her. We were watching just, like, she's showing me a lot of stuff, like, really awesome TV shows, because, like, I usually, like, you know, before I was dating her, I never watched TV, but, like, you know, we were watching, like, Game of Thrones and stuff, and, like, holy shit, Game of Thrones is so sick, so... Yeah, I'm all caught up on that now. But yeah, it's pretty much just video games or hanging out with my girlfriend, or, you know, I'll go to concerts. Like, I have a lot of friends out here in Arizona that, you know, play in some really awesome bands. So I'll go to concerts and just hang out. And that also inspires me to come home and, like, work on some new music, too. So, but to be honest, 90% of my life is music. Like, I live and breathe, you know, music all the time. So it's really rare that I get away from it. All right, so the third question. No, I'm just, like, constantly checking. Okay. Third question is, what is my favorite video game of all time and my favorite video game soundtrack of all time? And that was asked by Moon Spirit. Alright, well, I could probably combine these into, like, you know, one answer, because I would say, like, the game that just made me, like, go, like, frick yeah, dude, like, you know, is Star Fox 64 for Nintendo 64. I mean, that to me is, like, the perfect video game, right? It's just, like, you just get in your ship and you just go on this epic, like, adventure, and you get to, like, choose which, you know, planetary, like, route you want to go, and it has, the replay value is immaculate. I mean, I've played that game probably 8 million times, like, and every time I just want to play it more and get better, and then, like, yeah, the soundtrack, dude, I mean, like, I'm sure a lot of you diehard fans know, like Star Fox 64 is my favorite soundtrack of all time. I mean, it's just, like, so, like, metal, but it's not metal, because it's, like, there's no actual drums or guitars, but it's just, like, the melodic, like, elements of that soundtrack, and, like, the chords that they use are just, like, so intense, like, and they're so creative, and, like, with original music that I write, I really take a lot of that, you know, and I add it to my writing style. So a lot of people, you know, are really generous, and they say, like, oh, your writing style is so unique, and I'm always just like, it's because of Star Fox, dude. Alright, next question is from Mr. Farrell. What's up, Farrell? He asks, what song or arrangement have you done that made you just want to drop the guitar, and if it ever happened, what did you do to keep yourself playing? I'm trying to think. Let me look through my videos. As you can see, I did not prepare answers, which I think is better, because they're like, now it's more natural, right? The Final Fantasy 13-2 was pretty damn tough. Ganondorf battle was hard as fuck, but, like, I love that song, so that's okay. of these were particularly brutal. One Winged Angel was pretty dang hard, dude. But that was like really fun, so that's okay. There's a few that I know. I'll give you an example of a recent one that was like super hard, which was Planetarium was freaking hard, dude. Little Big Planet Planetarium. That's a Square Pusher song, and that song is just so, that was really challenging. But you know, I had fun doing it, so I wouldn't say any song made me legitimately want to like drop the guitar, because I really enjoy, you know, making this music, and if stuff is really hard, you know, it's like, I don't know, you just do it, you know? I don't know. What did I do to keep myself playing? I mean, just remind myself, you know, I'll look at my subscriber count or something, and I'll be like, damn, I have, you know, a lot of fans, and just I'll feel good about myself, and that'll inspire me to keep going. Or, you know, just stuff like that. I'll read through my comments. I'll be like, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, you're so good, and I'm just like, all right, let's prove that like, once more with this really hard song, you know. All right, next question is from my boy Ro Panaganti, and he asked, how do you keep up with your large collection of songs and covers for your streams? Do you rehearse them, or just the popular ones? That's a question that I get a lot. It's really hard to answer that question, because what I do a lot for my live streams is like I pretty much just improvise the song, and like what'll be the case is that when I do my filming for every cover, I play through it so many times, which is why filming is like the worst for me. I do so many takes when I film. So it really does make it like super embedded in my head. So there's like certain little things and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that riff. That riff is freaking impossible or something. But I'll just like remember it, you know, and then I'll be able to play it. So, and then of course, like I make mistakes all the time on my stream, and it's kind of like, the idea there is like, look, you know, we're just kind of jamming and we're having fun. So I go into it with more confidence that way, because I don't want to be like, oh, I can't make a mistake or else, you know, I suck. Because like obviously I'm going to make mistakes if I'm playing every song I've ever made, like, you know. So I kind of just try and relax about it and be like, I'm going to make some mistakes, so that's okay. And then I feel like that mindset helps me actually play better and make less mistakes, which is kind of a cool positive feedback loop there. So yeah, I hope that helps. Pretty much just like, you know, knowing a little bit of, you know, applied music theory too. Like you're like, you know what key the song is in, so you can know that the main melody is in this particular scale. That kind of stuff helps too. All right, so the sixth question is my boy Chaotic Meatball asks, have you ever considered doing any covers in the realm of anime? I've seen you do Death Note, and I know you can rock them. Oh, I've seen you with Death Note shirts. Yeah, I'm a big Death Note fan. Honestly, like, I don't really watch a lot of anime, though, like, and I would never cover anime songs just because they're, like, really popular, and I know that if I covered anime songs, they would get a ton of views and stuff, or maybe not, I don't know, maybe you guys who are subscribed to me, like, you know, aren't anime fans, or I'm sure a lot of you are anime fans, but, yeah, I don't know, I just, like, it's not something I particularly am, like super interested in doing, and I know there's going to be some people who are disappointed to hear me say that, but you know, there might be some instances where I hear an anime opening and I really want to do it, but most of the time, you know, I'm just so preoccupied with like so many video game songs that I want to do, and it's really just like I'm already drowning in all these video game themes that I want to do, and like the thought of, you know, thinking about expanding to anime songs just kind of like, it sounds pretty overwhelming to me right now. But that being said, though, you know, definitely recommend me some anime themes that you think I might want to do, or that you think I would be really sick at, you know, covering in my style, because I'm always down to check out what you guys want me to do. So yeah. Okay, number 7, what is the most metal thing I've ever seen or done? I saw this church at Germany that was pretty insane. I saw this like 1100-year-old church in this little town called St. Vendel. I'll put pictures up like right now. It's like this brutal metal like brick church, you know, and like, oh dude, that's so tight. Like it was super metal looking. We took some black metal photos in front of it, you know, super like cheesy, and everyone was like, wow, these guys are totally like not from here. But yeah, that was pretty metal. I don't know, there's probably like some more examples of stuff, like I don't know. I'm gonna go with that one for top. We're gonna call that a top 5 metal thing I've ever seen. Okay, so my boy Nat Tony asks, how did the name ToxicxEternity come about? So, okay, I'm just checking my my recording. Okay, the name ToxicxEternity started off as a band when I was in high school. Like we're talking when I was like 15 or 16 years old. It was a band that I was gonna put together, and you know, the name obviously has an implied meaning. It's just like this concept of like, what if forever was like, you know, kind of like tainted or like poisoned, you know? So it's kind of like this cool metal band name. But that band never actually happened, and I just kind of used it for my YouTube channel, and like this was years ago, right? So I just stuck with it, you know, that's how people know me. So, you know, I don't really want to change my name if people associate me as that name, and you know, and it's definitely like, you know, has a unique kind of vibe to it. So yeah. All right, so Broken Dylan asks, I want to start playing and learning electric guitar. What is a good guitar to start with? Oh man, well I could give you like a 2-hour answer for this one, but all I can say is that there are 2 like really good starter guitar styles. So this particular guitar shape is called, you know, the Stratocaster shape, or the S shape, which is it's called a, you know, it's like a double cut kind of vibe. So you'll see how it's like cut here and it's cut here, but then there's also like, you know, if you're familiar with like a Gibson Les Paul, like those are like what are called single cuts. So I would go to like a local guitar store and try those 2 body shapes, because they do have a different feel, and there's no right or wrong answer there. But once you decide what shape you like, definitely don't spend less than $400 on your guitar. Like, I mean, a lot of people make the mistake of buying a super affordable guitar, and then they're like, I don't really like guitar, and it's like, no, you just don't like that guitar, because that is a very affordable guitar, and like, you know, it is good if you're not sure if you're gonna stick with guitar, but I think you should save up and get a sick guitar that's like about $500-600 at least, and then that way the guitar will be your friend, you know, and then you'll have that connection with it, and you'll want to play more. And then there's of course there's so many different things about guitars. There's like the way that they're constructed. There's like, you know, bolt-on construction. There's a neck-through construction. All I can say with that, to avoid giving you a 2-hour long answer, is do research on, you know, different types of guitar construction. And also different types of guitar pickups. Or you can ask me on my Discord server. You know, I love talking about guitars, so yeah. But I would say choose between single cut or double cut, and then go from there. And also spend a little bit of money, so it's a really sick guitar. Alright, so the next question is from RM Anime. What's up, dude? On a scale of 1 to yes, how important is hair for real metal? I mean, look at this, dude. You think my YouTube channel would be where it is if it wasn't for this hair, man? Come on, dude. If I cut my hair, you guys would all unsubscribe, and I wouldn't blame you, because I would be so gross with short hair. I cut my hair a while ago, and years ago, and I literally like cried in front of the mirror. I'm like, never again, dude. I need long hair, man. Like, not even for like the look of, it's just like the feel of it. Like when I'm at a metal show and I'm like headbanging, like I need that hair, dude. So I would say for me, it's very important. But just be prepared for everyone to make fun of you. So it's okay. Alright, so next question is Milo on Weebix asks, when did I start learning and why? Who inspired me the most? You know, this might be a surprising answer to you guys, but it all started with AC/DC, actually. Like, you know, which is not exactly what you would consider it to be a metal band, But my dad had a VHS tape of AC/DC live in 1991, and to this day that concert is just like, holy shit. And then there's this one moment where Angus Young, their guitar player, just goes like, he just hits an E chord and it's like, and then he looks down at his guitar and it's just like. And the crowd, and I'm like 6 years old, and I'm just like, dude, that is it, man. That's what I'm gonna do. I got 100 years on this planet, and I am gonna freaking do that. So, that was it, And honestly, I'm thinking about maybe getting that like tattooed, because sometimes I lose myself in the whole, YouTube world, and I come back to that, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay. So I would say Angus Young is where it all started for me. All right, next question is from Lunatic X. He asks, what video game music, either single track or the entire soundtrack, inspired me the most to take up arrangements myself? It all started for me with Banjo-Kazooie, because I don't know, dude. I don't know why it started with Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, obviously, Banjo-Kazooie is an amazing soundtrack, and Grant Kirkhope is one of my biggest, just in my opinion, one of the best, video game composers, and the most nostalgic for me. But I would rate Banjo-Kazooie as, top 5, but it wasn't, something like Star Fox for me. Which, I'm sorry, if Grant, if you see this, I love you, Grant. I don't want to throw you under the bus or anything. But yeah, it started with Banjo-Kazooie because I started getting into video game music by kind of dissecting how it works and stuff, and trying to figure out how these melodies work. And Grant Kirkhope is so awesome at making these songs that are kind of metal, but they're totally not. Because Grant Kirkhope has a background as a guitar player and a metal musician. So songs like Mad Monster Mansion, dude, that shit is freaking metal as hell, dude. So, yeah. But yeah, no, it just really started with Banjo-Kazooie. So, it all kind of went from there. Let's see, favorite bands and musicians. Okay, this one's hard because I listen to a lot of stuff. This one's from Joan Smith also. So, favorite bands and musicians, I would say one of my all-time favorite bands is In Flames, and I get compared to them a lot, and that makes me feel good because I love In Flames, early In Flames. I'm not too stoked about what they've been doing recently, but hey, that's cool. I'm not hating on them. For me, it's the Jester Race, Horacle, Clayman, Colony, those records are just immaculate music for me. So there's In Flames, Children of Bodom, but then there's death metal, there's this amazing technical death metal band called Necrophagists, which really got my sweeping. I learned some of those solos from Necrophagists, which I'm gonna totally butcher right now. Oh, maybe I won't try this because this is impossible. I forgot. Okay, just kidding. I'm not going to try that because that solo is impossible, like every one of their solos. But at one point, I was able to play that, and learning those solos really helped me get my sweeping figured out. So, another band is Symphony X. Michael Romeo is an amazing guitar player, and he really inspired me to get into tapping and stuff. So again, I'll probably butcher this solo. I was not preparing to actually have to play guitar. Oh, and I'm also on drop C, so that's gonna be hard. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing, dude. right, that was freaking awful. I'm just gonna stop playing guitar right now. But yeah, Michael Romeo Symphony X really inspired me to get into tapping. So that was, you know, that was a good thing for him to do for me. Okay, and then Peripheric asks, any details on the future of Singularity? Nick's incredible talent will be missed. Yeah, it's been a really crazy last couple of months, and we all miss Nick really, you know, a lot. But Singularity is going to continue, and our new album is just insane. It sounds amazing, and like, you know, Nick absolutely slayed it on those keyboard parts, and we're gonna put it out, and it's, you know, I'm pretty sure like it's our best music that we've ever made. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going, man. Like Singularity, that's my band, dude. Like we gotta keep going. You know, I can't, like, what else am I gonna do? You know, I gotta write music. You know, I gotta write riffs. So, you know, we're gonna keep going. And then, you know, I'm sure our future will be super sick too. You know, there's a lot of amazing keyboard players out there. We'll find somebody, and then we'll go from there. So, all right. Next question from XK2102. Charmander, Bulbasaur, or Squirtle? Definitely Bulbasaur, dude. Bulbasaur is my bro. And also on Gold and Silver, I picked Chikorita. So I love the grass types, man. Like, I mean, Venusaur, like, stat-wise, is not that good. Like, let's be real. I think he has, like, what? He has decent, like, defense or something. I don't know. His stats are just so bad. I mean, Charizard and Blastoise's stats are way more sick. But, like, I just love Bulbasaur, dude. He's, like, my bro. Like, he's always, like, from day one when I was, like, 6 years old, I was like, I want Bulbasaur. So, yeah, dude. All right, Victor Barbieri, or I totally didn't say that right, I'm sorry, man. But yeah, Victor asks, Jack, it's been a few months, I've been wanting to do some video game covers, but my arrangement, playing, mixing, and mastering skills are not even close enough to make good content. Do you think I should start doing it to improve, or wait a little more? How do you feel about your first covers? Dude, no, yeah, just make music, man. Like, the only way to get better is to put stuff out, you know, because sometimes even like you might think you're not good, but like you're probably going to get a bunch of comments that are like, this is amazing, you did great, and that, you know, you could be your harshest critic, you know. So just put stuff out there, and no matter how sick your original material is, like even if you put something out and you're like, this is amazing, it's flawless, you're gonna look back at it, like, you know, weeks from then and be like, oh my god, I was so drunk, like why did I put this out? And then that's gonna inspire you to improve. So you can't just like wait, you know, till you're like at a certain point, because you're never gonna reach that point. You're always gonna be trying to get better and better. So just put stuff out, and like, you know, you'll develop, you know, a following, and you know they want to watch you grow too, you know. Like some comments that I get on my recent videos are just like, dude, you're so much better than you used to be. Like, you know, not like as an insult, but they're saying like, damn, like you're getting better, you know. And that's freaking awesome, you know. I want people to say that, like, you know, it's you always want to be improving, but you have to have something to improve upon, you know. So yeah, I hope that helps, dude. Just put stuff out, man. Making music is awesome, and you know, even if it's you're always going to be getting better. So all right, so next question is from Eric L. He asks, excluding the VGM community, because duh, what kind of YouTube videos do you like to watch? Fuck. I mean, I like to watch a lot of guitar videos, you know what I mean? Like, I watch my friend, I'll give a shout out to my friend Joss at Guitar Bros Demos. He's a really fun dude to watch, and I've been a fan of his for a while, and I just got to chill with him, so that was really cool. He does some cool gear stuff, but I like to nerd out about guitar stuff. Like, Ola England is awesome. I love his gear reviews, because, like, he has an amazing just sound. Like, his finger sound is just amazing, and he could plug into, like, a toaster and make it sound freaking amazing, you know? So Ola England is sick. But let's talk about like gaming stuff. Like I said earlier, I've been getting back into World of Warcraft, so it's a nightmare for everybody. But there's this dude, Belluar Gaming, who's like, I just discovered, and he's like really, every time he puts out a video, I'm like, oh my god, yeah. So he has really cool content. I like watching his videos about like lore of World of Warcraft because I don't know much about the lore, which is like there's so much to it. But like he really breaks it down in this cool way that like tells the story. So it's super nerdy and awesome. I used to watch a lot of Game Grumps, but I recently like haven't. But I think I'll you know it kind of goes through phases with me where I really am into Game Grumps, and then I'll kind of take a break, and then I'll come back. So, but Aaron Hansen is one of the most beautiful human beings like that is on this earth. I mean, he's such an amazing guy, so talented, so humble, really nice. Him and Dan are just like amazing people, and I want to support them and watch them and hopefully meet them one day. That would be amazing. So yeah, we'll say that's my answer. All right. Marcus WR asks, what string gauges do I use for my guitars, and what picks am I mostly using? Well, I can give a shout out to Ernie Ball now, because Ernie Ball is an amazing company, and I've been using their strings forever. But I just recently started using their Paradigm strings, and the gauge that I use for these Paradigm strings is I'm like reading it, is 10 to 52. So that is called the skinny top, heavy bottom. Although I don't know if they call it that for the Paradigms, but yes, 10 to 52. I'm actually gonna make some videos for Ernie Ball pretty soon here, and yeah, those are the strings. And then also the picks that I use are the Ernie Ball This is like the tiniest pick ever. I'm sorry. Ernie Ball Prodigy USA 1.5 millimeter. It's super sharp on the tip, which I like. It gives me like a super attack kind of sound. It sounds amazing for leads, you know, because they really just cut through a mix. It's amazing how much picks like actually really affect your guitar tone, you know. It's an important decision to make as a guitar player. But yeah, I like really tiny and pointy picks. All right. So Dry Hands asks, between arranging VG metal and writing or composing originals, which one, if any, would you consider to be your favorite, or alternatively, what are your favorite aspects of each? Whoa. I would say arranging is really fun. It's also really stressful because it's like the first part of the whole process. So you're just sitting there, like that first moment when you open up the arrangement, like, you know, you're just like, or like it's an empty arrangement, you know, you're just like, all right, let's go. But that, like, once you get that momentum and you got your first couple of riffs down, I get so stoked. Like, I'm just so excited. And it really just it's like you instantly know that this cover is going to be sick, you know, in that arranging process. So it's hard to get it going, but then once you get it going, you're like, yeah, dude, let's go. And then okay, so composing. And then the last question is from Blue Knight, and he says, "How did I get into music?" Well, my dad plays guitar, so he pretty much, like, I don't want to say forced me to play, but like he was just like he like was very like, "Hey, here's a guitar jack, wink wink," you know, like since I was like a kid, and it was pretty much just like I couldn't escape it. Like there's guitars in the house everywhere. You know, they signed me up for piano lessons when I was a little kid, and like at the time I was like, God, this sucks. You know, I just want to like go play with a stick outside or something. But like I couldn't be more thankful to my parents for putting, you know, music in my life when I was a child. And yeah, it's my family is very musical. My mom, she likes to sing. I don't think she would consider herself to be like a musician really, but she likes to sing, and she's a huge fan of music. You know, like her generation was like, you know, some amazing bands like Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, Black Sabbath and everything, and like she would just always tell me like how awesome those concerts were. So it's been in my family my whole life. So yeah, I couldn't escape it, and I'm glad it worked out. So and yeah, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed me answering these questions, and what I'm gonna do also is answer like any of the questions that, actually there's a lot, like the remaining questions that didn't make it to the top 20. I'm gonna go through and just reply to all of them, so I hope I hope I can answer all of you guys' questions in a way that'll, answer it properly for you guys. And I hope you enjoyed this video. It's definitely like, it's definitely a different kind of vibe for me just talking in front of a camera. So I hope when I edit this all together, it like flows and feels good and it's enjoyable to watch. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, man, for everything. Thank you again for 50,000 subscribers. Like I said before, I just got back from traveling across the world, which is insane, and I'm so amazingly like grateful that I got to do that. And up next is my live show, which is going to be filmed. It's going to be recorded, and I'm going to pretty much just put all of these videos out on my channel, which I think is going to be so amazing, and I think you guys are going to love it. It's going to be such an amazing like milestone for me in my career, taking these covers out of my studio and putting them on a stage. And then after that, we're gonna go balls to the wall, dude. We're gonna do weekly covers. We're gonna do live streams on my Twitch channel, and we're just gonna hit it, dude. So, yeah. Thanks again, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you guys soon.